Welcome back to Seahawk Central News. I'm Mackenzie Whaley, and we're so glad to be back this week. For today's show, I will be giving you a behind-the-scenes look at UNCW's production of Electra. Now to Caroline for a recap of the Homecoming 2023 festivities here on campus.
February 6th through the 11th was Homecoming here at UNCW, with this year's theme, Seahawks Assemble. The Association for Campus Entertainment wrote, "The theme intends to inspire students to come together and embrace their creative and imaginative Seahawk spirit." You could see the banners representing this theme around the Fisher Student Center, made by different clubs and organizations. This week was filled with festivities and events, such as the annual step show, the rec center's walk, run, or roll, and the old late tradition of late night breakfast at Wagner Dining Hall. The winners of Homecoming Court were announced last Saturday, February 11th at the basketball game. Sadie Williams, student body vice president, and Rosa Sierra Flores, current president of Centro Hispano Embajadores, were crowned this year. This was out of 8 other candidates leading in the other organizations around campus. What an amazing week to be a student here in Wilmington. Back to Mackenzie with the feature story on UNCW production of Electra.
Hey Seahawks, I'm here today in the Cultural Arts Building Auditorium getting ready to interview some of the cast members of UNCW's production of Electra. This is a Greek tragedy. It follows the story of revenge following the daughter of King Agamemnon and his pursuit to avenge her father's murder. Opening night was this past Thursday, but the play will continue to run from February 16th through the 19th, and then next week, the 23rd to the 26th, being the last night. So get your tickets while you can. And now joining me today is...
I'm Allison Garrett. I am a communication major, and I play Clytemnestra.
All right, so in your own words and experiences, tell me a little bit about the play.
This play basically is a Greek tragedy, and it is kind of about it's about very complicated family relationships and how my character's children are basically trying to seek revenge on me for killing their father.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And here I am with...
Lily Ferguson. I'm a theater major, and I play Electra.
Yeah, so she's the lead of the show, and she's going to tell us a little bit about who her character is and just the story that we're going to follow along during the play.
Mm-hmm. So Electra is the second oldest daughter of the family in the House of Atreus, and she is the one that witnessed her father get murdered. And she sent away her younger brother, which I kind of akin the story to like, it's like Lion King, but Nala's story. And like her brother is Simba, but like minus the love story. It's a whole thing, but that's what I've been saying recently, because it just makes sense. Mm-hmm. And she kind of follows like her experience after like so many years being mistreated by her family and her mother, and just kind of being the only one that's like feeling any like pain for her father.
And then what was your process like for this specific character?
It was honestly very scary, because this is my first like lead at the in the school, and it's a Greek tragedy, which is always just you hear that and it's just like, oh my god. And so a lot of working with our director Chris Marino, and he has all these techniques going through and like finding words. Like main thing was listening. Like, why am I saying what I'm saying? What in the other person's speech made me say what I say? And that kind of helped me find like the humanity in it, because you think Greek tragedy and it's like far from our own life, but this is like there's a scene where I'm fighting with my sister, and it's the most petty teenage girl fight there is, and it's like, well, if taking out the big issues, you put it in a modern play, and you'd be like, yeah, that happened like last week in someone's house, like same fight.
Okay, cool, yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Sarah Stoltz. I'm a theater performance major, and I play the chorus and the understudy for The First Woman.
All right, and so for training for this production, what did you have to go through?
We went through a lot of vocal training with Melissa Cross. She is known for her work with metal bands to produce safe fry screams, and it's been very exciting to get to work with her. And kind of a big challenge because you want to make pretty sounds, but the fry screams are more of like an ugly sound. And so it's like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, that's interesting. So as the chorus, you're operating with 7 other people, correct?
Yes, we are operating with 7 people, most of the time in unison, so it can be a little bit hectic sometimes, but I love being part of the chorus. It has been such a surreal experience and growing with everyone at the same time.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ashley Jackson. I'm a theater major and I play the first woman.
What is the most technical part of the show, as in most challenging?
I think the most challenging for my role is for the chorus to all be matched up during some parts, because if we're not all in sync and all like together, then it sounds a little off, and then it's just more powerful when we're all together and combined.
Yeah, and so then last question is, who is most like their character and why?
Okay, so a lot of the characters are really like sorrow, going through something. So I think the most like their character is Zach, because he's Electra's older brother and younger brother, and he's just like has this fire to fight in him, and I think Zach has a fire to fight.
All right, well, thank you, Ashley. A big thanks from Seahawk Central News to the production and its cast members for that insightful look into Electra. Make sure to go check out the show while you still can. Well, Seahawks, that's it for this episode. We thank you for watching. As always, you can submit comments and quotes to be featured on the show to UNCW Seahawk Central News at gmail.com. You can even give us story ideas that you think SCN should be covering. Until next time, I'm Mackenzie Whaley, and I hope to see you back here in 2 weeks' time.